Okay, we're okay. What's up, traders? Happy Friday. I know it's a Friday, so most guys have probably tuned off, but I had some nice trades today. I actually had 3 live on stream on all 3 indexes. What's up, Thomas?
What's up, JB? Nice to
Um,
see you.
yeah, you too. I don't have access to the stream. StreamYard only allow 4 people, so Zob's off today.
For sure.
But if you can just send me your markups in the chat, and then we can just go over them as well. I know you had your biggest day on your personal account, so that's obviously great. But yeah, I just want to go over my trades, and we can go over your trade as well. So I was a bit of a cowboy today, but rightfully so. I had strong conviction in the shorts, especially with Nvidia trading really, really poorly. So my first trade that I actually took, because I missed ES and NQ at the open, I took a YM, kind of like a swing position that I ended up getting full out at about 250, which we ended up dropping lower, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. So I missed ES and NQ at the open. So I was like, listen, YM still looks pretty bearish. Let me get, so I got short at the opening range low, and then I added in to full size at the New York session VWAP with my stop at the highs. And I did take these trades live on stream, right? And then the second trade was ES, which was a break and retest of the opening range low. So if we go to the 5-minute time frame, I got in on this break and retest. It ends up coming up a little bit, but I have my stop above daily VWAP. So it gave me, and I know this is similar to your trade, Thomas. You probably executed better on this than me, but my stop was at the highs, and then I was full out at these lows. I still need to do my annotations. And then my
we both had the same idea for stop losses.
Sure.
Regardless of the entry, so that's good.
Sure, that's good. And then NQ was very similar to ES. But send your markup over, and then let's maybe go over your trade. So those are my 3 trades today. That puts me well green on my accounts. And I think
can you share my screen? I pulled it up on StreamYard.
I can't share your screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Austin's in the back end. But
yeah, I will send the call.
So just you share it. I'll show it on stream.
Yeah. Yeah, because so I had the shorts. So everyone was looking at longs on like the morning stream, but I couldn't with the VWAP alignment. We were at previous week's low, and Evan was talking about one of the Edgeful stats about the weekly range and how we're more likely to only touch one side of the weekly range.
Correct. It's the opening week range report. So basically what that tells us is if we take out from Monday and Tuesday sets a high and low. I actually asked them to get this report. Monday and Tuesday sets a high and low. If we take one side, which we did on Wednesday over here on these pins, we will not, theoretically, mathematically, we only have a 20% chance of coming up and breaking for a new high. So that kept me looking for those shorts.
Yes. Okay. So I sent my markups in that private chat there. I had 3 trades today.
Okay, 3 trades. There you go.
Yeah, that's trade 2.
Okay, so trade 1, trade 2.
Other way.
Like that.
Yeah, that's trade 1. Okay, so we'll go through this one here. I'm trading 2 50K accounts with Tradeify, instant funded, that I'm trying to make to a payout. That'll be a 4K payout, 38 after profit split. Or no, 36 after profit split. So what I was looking at here was we had previous day's low. At the open, we swept previous day's low and then printed like I don't know what you call it, like a hammer candle or something, where goes lower, then closes higher. for me, I was like, okay, we could see a pop of 10 points back to the overnight VWAP. So let me get in. I got in with small size and ended up taking the loss on this one pretty quick. You know, got to shoot. So then I flip bias and take it short at the open as we break under previous day's low on that next markup.
Yes. Okay. So trade number 2.
Yep. Trade number 2. I take it short. I get like 8 points in a couple seconds basically and close it. Now I've made back that loss. And now I'm just back to flat on the day.
What was your reasoning for getting in so early before the market, like at the market open?
I mean, on like it swept previous day's low. It closed bullish. I saw a big block of orders above it. And to me, it looked like the market might want to retest that overnight VWAP before it goes lower.
Sure.
So I knew it was a counter trend trade. That's why I only put like 60% size on it too. I made sure to keep the size small.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I've kind of had.
Makes sense. I just know that you're normally quite patient. That's the reason I'm asking. Like, you normally wait until like 15 minutes into the market open at least, you know?
It's all, you're very right about that. I've been having mixed results with these trades. Sometimes they work out really well and you catch the momentum at the open, and sometimes you don't. So I've kind of been maybe overall break even, small positive.
Sure.
Excuse me, on trades before the opening range is set. But honestly, I do try and avoid those.
And then the second trade was nice. That was, so then you flipped and got short.
Correct. Yeah.
And then the third trade is like your typical break and retest of the opening. I like when that 5-minute candle like that printed, I actually added into my ES position that I was short on from here. I actually added in on that 5-minute close. So back down at the similar price, but I had my stop above the daily VWAP on that trade.
Yeah, I was very conflicted on whether I wanted to put my stop at 43, exactly where you had it, or at this tighter structure level. In hindsight, I almost did get tapped on this trade, as you can see when it makes that first leg lower and then pulls back. Yeah, if that had come back and tapped me out, that would have been, you know, I don't know because talk me through this, right? If we put the stop at 43, where you had it, it's at the overnight VWAP, but it's still not at the opening range high. So it still is like, you know, in a dangerous place to get hit. So, and I did go in with like a kind of a larger size on the first entry. And I felt like this is going to either work or it's not going to work from this price. Sure. So I just didn't want to take on like extra drawdown on this entry.
Copy that. What about this is just some thoughts on this.
Yeah.
What about going in at smaller size in the first entry because you got less information from market open, and then building up size into your better trades like the second and third trade?
Very fair. I think today I came in wanting to trade a little bigger size. Something that I've been trying to work on this month is making more in my winners than my losers, because you pointed out in the BSC a big common theme is that people's losing trades are bigger than their winning trades, especially a lot of us trade with.
I think not even trades. I was speaking about like days, which is, in my opinion, it's more important because trade to trade can fluctuate. Every trade is different, but I think day to day, like if your average winning day is $100, but you're losing $300 on an average losing day, well, there's no ways that you're going to make money long term, because you're going to have to, on your losing day, you're going to have to make on average 3 winning days to make up for one bad day, you know?
Yeah, and this is very true. Yeah, because right now when I look at my average winning day is like 78 and my average losing day is 91. So it's very close, but it's still slightly skewed. But yeah, so today's trade, just to finish the markup here, as we get back to the New York VWAP, kind of on that pullback again, we sweep it, and that 5-minute candle closes kind of lower, just right at the VWAP. I add in on that, so now I'm building the position size, and then I did it again, and then I added in one more time. And the original trade was never to go for a new low of day. I just wanted a retest of of the lows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good. I would have loved to be holding in still, because this is absolutely brilliant.
I would have loved to be. This is just what a day.
I had strong conviction, so I'm still up quite nicely on my FTMO accounts after the short. But as you said, I would have loved. I mean, this is crazy. From my actual entry, this is tanked on NQ. That tanked 400 points. I got 100 out of it. So
yeah, you tanked like 50 points, and I got 15.
Yeah, so it can be quite frustrating at times. But let's actually remove these object trees. And
well, I know that's the thing, dude. It's like, it is frustrating. I just took my biggest winning trade, biggest winning day by like almost 2x.
Sure.
But I'm still like, shit, like I could have made so much more today.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like always when you take a loss, it's like you should have had more, you should have had less on. When you take a win, you should have had more on.
Should have had more. Yeah.
So it's always going to be like that. But I think I sized in quite nicely. So I'm very happy with how I executed today. But something that I'm working on from my side is sometimes actually being okay with the no trade day. I think something that has been a bit maybe since moving to indexes, even in the last 4 years, has been like, I don't need to actually be trading every single day. I remember clearly, I remember it was back in of like July or August with my Forex funds. I had 400K with funding with them and 200K in phase 2. And I think that month I did 20K, 25K in payouts. I think I traded, I remember clearly because it was before I went to Cape Town with a man on a trip. That month I made 20K in payouts. I took some of the money and I went and bought a ring that month. I clearly remember it. And I only traded 6 days that month, bro. 6 days. Yeah. Wow. So obviously out of 20, that's less than half. So I think I actually need to get back to the place where I had high conviction in my shorts today. And I actually need to wait for days like that I have high conviction instead of trying to mess around, trying to grab like 5 points on ES. Sometimes I actually, whereas like, yes, there's nothing wrong with grabbing 5 points, maybe with very small size, but I should be more highly convicted in like days like today where I know it has the potential to flush 40 points and then be more aggressive then, you know?
Yeah, and that's exactly why I think I sized up initially on my entry. Was like, it feels like one of those days where we have a lot of downside opportunity. Sure. And just looking here, this is a swing play I exited. So
this is a swing play that you got. Yeah.
Yeah. So I took it like 2 months ago. This is on the weekly chart. So
2 months ago. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, bro. 2-3 months ago, I get in. I bought, I think, 20 shares, and then I took on some drawdown for a little bit, but I had like a longer term mindset with this trade, and then we ripped 55%. And so, funny thing here, on Monday, because I want to talk about Monday just a little bit, because when I look back at this week, Monday could have been a no trade day, and I got chopped up. I
send me your markups from Monday.
Yeah, let me send it from Monday. Because I blew up, I got chopped up. I really did not trade well on Monday, and I was like really frustrated with myself, and I ended up exiting this swing position on Monday. And I exited at 242, and the high of day was at 250. And so I felt like, damn, I really just had like an emotional exit. And then the rest of the week, it just sells off. And so it ends up looking like a good exit. But yeah, I cleared.
Have you taken any
like $1,500 this week. Say that one more time.
Have you taken any profits on the Oracle trade?
Yeah, I'm full out. I made like $1,300.
Brilliant, fantastic, dude. Remember, we spoke about this, about having swing trades, like day trading, like different vehicles.
We sure did. And dude, I'm in like 10 stocks right now, and most of them are in profit. 1 or 2 is like kind of around my break even entry, just because we've been selling off kind of the last half of this week.
Of course. But I think personally for me, like it's good. Like on my personal accounts, like I have some accounts that I use for swing trading, like indexes, stocks, even some crypto stuff. And I can play long or short because obviously it's leverage, right? And then we spoke about having like retirement accounts, and then we also spoke about other money, like streaming, other money outside of it too. So there's definitely I enjoy the swing trading. I must say, it's like makes me quite You know, because sometimes when you're taking a beating on the weekend day trading, you might be up on your swing trading and so forth. You know.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's like I just feel like I'm diversifying my portfolio and like my
Yes.
risk overall, because like for the way I allocate my personal finances is I'm only risking maybe 10% of my net worth at any one time on day trading. Like, and that's
Yes.
like the
Sure.
account balance. That's not my risk per trade. That's like the
Correct.
account. And then I have a bunch more money in swing positions where it's, to me, stocks is all about your time horizon. Like, do I
Like
need
how
this
long you hold
money
it?
this week, this month? If not, I'm going to put it into an asset that has a potential to grow a lot higher.
Sure. Let's speak about this trade. Yes, this
Yeah.
was when you were swapping
Yes, this was
positions.
Monday.
Yes. Something
Yeah,
that I
so
can just point out from the get go is we don't have a break of the opening range high low on the 5 minute.
correct, just wicks.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like we're sweeping previous day's low. New York VWAP is flat. We're
Yep.
pinched between, the overnight, the previous day. It basically just moves nowhere the whole session. And
Sure.
I just got chopped up. You could see I went short, long, short again, blew evals, lost money in funded accounts, like didn't trade my personal. And maybe that's something we could touch on, because when I showed up to the desk on Tuesday, I felt so much more professional knowing I had to trade my real money and not
Sure.
like an eval. And I just took such better
you've been doing
entries.
well. You've taken some prop firms and you've been doing well, right?
Yeah, actually, we haven't even talked. I took 3 payouts last month. I am up like 2,700.
Yeah.
I'm
On payout.
profitable on the year. I'm making money. I'm doing well this year. So I just took the money that I made. I was trading with Lucid. Took 3 payouts, and then I took that money and bought more Tradeify accounts.
Nice.
So gonna try and
So
spin that.
you still have those Lucid accounts your side?
I don't. I lost those Lucid accounts at the very end of last week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, okay,
but I was taking like almost the whole account out. Like I was leaving myself a very small buffer and then just kind of like spinning it back up in 1 or 2 trades. So it worked for the month, but then, then I blew them.
Yeah, well, you're going to eventually have a drawdown streak that ends up with such a little drawdown, like $500. You're going to end up getting it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I want to take the Tradeify accounts to 3K. I'm up like a couple $100 this week. Because I've kind of been breaking even on the fundeds, maybe partially because some of those trades, like I traded before the 15-minute opening range.
Correct.
Take a little bit of hits, and then I take a good trade in the New York session, but it's like I'm making up for a little bit of a loss. It's not quite as impactful in the P&L.
Yeah, look at Bitcoin though. Bitcoin trading at 61K. That's taken a beating. So just to speak a little bit away from day trading, we chat all types of trading on Killzone. So we've been over our trades. Normally, what we do is with Zach what Zach and I do is we recap our trades for the day, and then we see if there's any potential trades happening that we can take during the session, and then we also just speak about markets and whatever goes.
Yeah.
But I actually bought Bitcoin back in February and January. I bought it at an average price of about 65, 66K, so somewhere in about here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in at Bitcoin like that. Let's just say like that. And our spot though, not leveraged. And then I actually pieced my way out as we got to about 78K, and then my base exit was 82K, so somewhere around sorry, not 82K. It went to 82K. My base exit was about 80.5, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was at that 200 EMA, so I was like, let me just pull most of it here. And then I was still in at about 70. I was in still at about I thought we could maybe hold here. And then on this day, I ended up closing. So at the end of May, when I arrived back from the States, I ended up closing my full Bitcoin position. I bought about 20K worth of it. So yeah, I'm more than happy with that.
Well, it's been very interesting to watch just crypto do nothing this year. and
Yeah.
just kind of like it feels like all the money is rotating out
actually-
of crypto.
Yeah, it's interesting as you've mentioned, because I mean, Nasdaq and that are still, even on this massive day down, we're still only what,
Like couple
what's it down?
percentage.
3.62. Nasdaq's only 3.62% of the all-time highs. It's literally the high was
Yeah.
yesterday. So,
And
whereas
imagine how many
crypto-
people, how many algorithms have buy signals set to buy after a big down day on the indexes.
a lot, bro.
Yeah. So like that could set us up for, maybe a
In fact,
gap,
actually,
gap
what
and go on Monday.
one of my swing trading strategies that I use on my leverage positions, and sometimes on my long-term portfolio, whenever I see a day like this when the video is down 5%, I buy before the close.
Yep.
Because is Nvidia going to be down 5% on Monday? More likely not. Then I can probably get the statistics from Edgeful on that, but more likely to be up like 1% or at least break even on Monday, and then we can gauge from there. But normally it does recover, especially when it's down 5.34% like this, like a day like today. It normally is not going to be down another 5% on Monday. Obviously, that I'm speaking on probabilities. It could easily do that if it wants to, but you get the thesis behind that type of approach.
Well, yeah, and like Trader Nick, of course, his whole strategy is basically buying after the market has sold off to a key level, and he doesn't even wait for the turn. He just buys it, and then we'll put a stop at the next structure. So if it holds, it holds, and if it doesn't, it goes down a little bit more.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what we do get in the next. But I personally think that Nasdaq and ES, we'll speak on ES because you trade ES mainly.
Yeah, put on ES a VWAP from the start of last month, because we are perfectly at that level right now, and we held it as support once, and it's currently holding as support again. So that I'm going to be looking at that going into next.
Yes, we also think you're quite right. We're sitting right at that start of last month's VWAP. Yeah.
Yeah, and last time we pulled back to it, we got a really nice bullish closure on the
I
following
personally
day.
think though that I personally think we could come back down to 73.50. Personally, that's where I'm looking at.
Yeah, I get a stop run there.
Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting. It would be interesting if we actually get that full pullback, because we broke out of levels at 73.031. It will be interesting if we get the pullback today, because there'll be another 5% drop in price, because that was like like a break and retest basically, but just on a daily time frame.
Yeah, because the technicals always end up looking great when you look in hindsight. And I mean, I don't listen to the people on Twitter, but everyone's been saying, "Oh, we're gonna drop 10%. We're gonna have a drop," and it's like 10% would put us positive on the year still. So it's like, that's not something I need to be scared of.
From the start of the year, we are still up. Let's go 1st of Jan. There we go. 2nd of Jan was the start. We're still up over there. There was the open price for the year is at 6,900, give or take. We are still up 8% year to date on ES.
Yeah.
I'm using the continuous contract for those that are wondering. See, any questions in the AceFX chat? I know normally on Mondays and Wednesdays, there's a lot more people in here. Fridays.
How did everyone's week go? Did anybody get caught today
Peter's
buying?
In here. Maybe you can give some any feedback. Maybe Peter, we can give some feedback for you. Johan, you obviously took your first prop from Power today, which is fantastic. Jason, Killian, Mark Ross is on here. What's up, Mark?
Mark Ross. What is up, dude?
Mark Ross, the OG. That man just prints bucks, bro. You remember that? He went to like a stage where he was like literally every single day on his personal account, he would make $1,000. No matter what. But yeah, any questions in the chat there? Let's maybe we can just chat and give some feedback. Or what's up, Mark? Good to see you again, bro. I'm sorry I missed you in the States. I'll be back soon. They've allowed me back in.
What was your favorite state you visited?
Dude, I love Florida. And I must say I love where Austin lives as well. So
what did you think of that heat?
I actually went to 4 states. One, I didn't stay in too long. I went to the state of New Jersey. I crossed the bridge into New Jersey as well. But Florida, the heat is similar to where I live in Durban. So I'm pretty used to it, bro, I must say. But
really?
Yeah, where I live gets exact same weather like that.
Humid like that.
Humid, very humid. Yeah, very
Oh
humid.
wow.
Yeah, so I'm pretty used to it. Where I live is actually one of the hottest. Like people say, you don't come here in summer. Like it can get pretty uncomfortable.
Gosh, is anybody still trading? Because what's the trade right now?
Yeah.
I think I would rather be short than long.
Well, yeah, at least right now. But I mean, I don't know if I would short at these lows.
Yeah, did you see gold and silver today too? Gold
I
down
did.
3%,
Gold
silver
down
down
3%,
7%.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Even the currencies, bro, how they flipped. Look at pound dollar. I know we don't really look at them, but look at that, bro. That's a pretty big flip. It's a 100-point flip.
Yeah, which that's not very common for Forex. And
No.
the dollar, oh shoot. And the dollar, I've been watching if you pull up the DXY, it just broke out today so hard.
Did it?
It had been holding the range basically since like 3 months. And then
wow,
today
look
it
at
just
that.
broke out
Jeez.
high to the upside.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, look at the daily time frame. Yeah, broke out. Interesting. Brittany, 2,100 on the day. Do people usually go on holiday and leave SA in the summer? No, Brittany, they actually usually come to where we are. It's just not, let's just say it's not for the faint-hearted. Like it gets hot. So people, the town that I live in, it actually was a holiday town, but more people have just moved north. So the main city that's near us is Durban. I live in a town called Ballito. You can look it on a map. It's like 30 minutes, like 20 miles north. So it used to be a holiday town. Now people just have started living in here from like the last 5 years. I moved here 8 years ago when I was still more a holiday town. But yeah, it's pretty nice. 384 on the day, 2190 for the week. Down for the day was a knife fight on the phone booth. In the phone, it was a knife fight in a phone booth. That's a classic. No, it's Mark. I miss you, dude. I hope you're keeping well. Is that all on personal accounts? Are you trading any prop at the moment? And Brittany, that $2,100 is that on prop, personal? What accounts are you trading at the moment? But yeah, I wouldn't sell at these lows, Thomas. It's pretty low down.
Yeah, and hell, I'll just put this little markup in here because this is.
Yeah,
it's always like, where is it going to find support? Where could it find support? And today, it just happens to be this month-to-date VWAP from May. It's just perfectly holding it. Have you ever seen the show Naked and Afraid?
Of course.
Dude, have you? We were watching, and they like drop him in like some part of Africa, and it's like 100 something degrees Fahrenheit, and they're just burning out there. I can't believe it. That's crazy show.
That is pretty wild. Naked and Afraid is I have my father-in-law likes watching that stuff. I don't like watching that crap. I did the BOGO. Nice, 150 KD to access. Brilliant. Nice, 5-2 on the week. That's brilliant. So now, how close are you to payouts on those accounts? But yeah, Thomas, you wanted to bring up this trade?
Just like it just perfectly wicks the month-to-day VWAP. So that's going to be
where it stopped. You're saying, yeah,
where it stopped today. So that's going to be a level that I'm going to continue to have on my chart for Monday, and look to see where do we open up in relation to this price and this VWAP to try and help me find a bias for the Monday session. Because I remember when we were speaking maybe 3 months ago or 4 months ago, I was coming in, starting the week and getting green on Monday with one trade. And then I was just winning every Monday. I would come in, hit a long or a short and just be done. And then kind of like throughout the week, I would like lose my momentum. It like the win from Monday wasn't big enough. And I just would kind of lose the momentum into the week. But in the last few months, like the last month or two, I've been kind of starting the week a little bit rough, like just not in tune with the market. And then as I've progressed through the week, I've really been focusing on like, what is the weekly trend and how can I just play to the continuation of that? And so now I've been finding a lot more success like Wednesday through Friday instead of like right at the beginning of the week.
Sure. 100%. It's my best days are actually, I can have a look. So I actually showed a TradeZilla. We can maybe also go over that. Sorry, I'm watching poker.
Dude, I was just watching the poker too. I always
Yeah.
watch poker while I'm trading. Alan Keating, what a beast.
Let's go year to date. And let's go.
Bro, great.
So this is my P&L year to date. Trade win percentage 84.
85%. What is what do you attribute that to? How are you just staying so
I would say
consistent?
just getting. I do well on the choppier days, like just getting green in and out. But I need something that I'm working on is just getting my average winning day similar to my average losing day. If you look at my overview section, and this is just with prop firms. If you look at this, which has been mainly FTMO, average winning day is 1.8 and average losing day is 2.8. So I definitely need to get that closer to each other. That's for sure. And then my if we go to my symbols, let's go to my base symbol is actually the Dow. Look at that.
Whoa.
Least performing symbol in the S&P 500. But look at that. I'm still making US 30, NASDAQ, and even the DAX. Look at the German 30, 31K.
Wow. So, 92. Is that the 92% win rate?
Where's the win rate? Win rate. Yeah, that's win rate. Yeah.
Dang.
92% on the DAX over 400 trades. But remember, that is scaled out. So it's like, remember, piecing in and piecing out the count. It might be like 200 trades, give or take. But yeah, 32K on the DAX. So DAX, Dow, and NASDAQ is what's making me money. I have had some individual stocks like NVIDIA and that sort of thing as well. But let's go to my day of week, which is what we were just speaking about, day and time. And for those watching, I'm not doing this to brag or anything like this. I'm doing it because I'm just showing my stats. You should all be doing this with your trading at the end of every single week, looking where you're making money, where you can improve. Because if you don't know the score, how are you going to improve? So let's at my best performing day. Let's go to day and time. Yeah, let's go to where does it show you the day and time again? Oh, there we go. Days. They're always doing updates, yeah, bro. Look at this. Wednesdays, Thursdays. Look where I'm making my money, bro. How interesting is this? What you just mentioned.
Yeah, start of the week a little slower.
Over the 105K, 108K that I've made, 25 of it's on a Monday and Tuesday. The rest is all Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Thursday you're doing real well.
Yeah, Thursday's been a solid trading, solid day to trade. So for those that don't know their stats, this is where you can go in TradeZilla to check it out.
What other stats are you looking at, like on a weekly basis?
More my average.
Sometimes we get so zoomed in. Like we can get so zoomed in, like, oh, this week I lost money from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So maybe next week I shouldn't trade that time. But sometimes it's like too small of a sample size.
Yeah, 100%. You have 100% on gold. I do actually have is it gold that's 100%? No, where's it? Oh,
yeah, I've been trading a little bit of gold too, actually.
I'll trade a little bit of anything, bro. Look at that. Where's gold there? Yeah, gold. But gold, $2,000 I've made on gold this year.
Boom.
I don't trade it too often.
But it's been having clean moves. Like
it has. Those have probably been some swing trades that I've just got like $500 of risk on my live funded account with FTMO. So it's not like I'm day trading it. I think those were swing trades maybe last month.
How are you going with the scaling plan with FTMO?
Yeah, I've got one of my accounts scaled. I'm just waiting for the time on the others, and I need to get one more account over the line to get max funded.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah, should have a payout next week. So I'm just tagging along, bro. I didn't trade them at all when I was in the States. If you actually have a look at my overview, look at this.
Bro, that must have been a nice time off,
It was. Look at this. Lowest month, May. A whopping $308 in May because I was on the road traveling.
Hell, but that's, so when I look back at the 2 periods in my trading where I performed the best, it was both after my long vacations. I went to Norway like last year, come back, take my first payout, get like on a really nice green streak. Then I go to Japan, come back, take a bunch of payouts, get on a green streak. Like every time I get just a little bit of vacation in, kind of reset everything, reset like, all the emotions that you have. I always trade better after it.
Sure. Yeah, so we'll probably go stream for another 15 minutes or so. It's a little bit more quiet today. I can see most guys have taken off. They're really drinking.
Yeah. Everyone's looking at their portfolio like, shit.
Yeah.
But honestly though, it's nice to see the VIX popping up a little bit, because it was hovering at like 16, 15 most of this week, and that means like there's pretty low volatility.
Well,
look at the VIX on put it on like a weekly chart or something, because when you look at it, all those spikes, whenever it's above like 23, and whenever it's above that, we get a lot of volatility. When we're like more in the 15, it's more choppy. So today, it's nice to see it kind of rise to 18, meaning maybe on Monday we'll stay with this elevated VIX, keep the volatility here for a little bit longer, and hopefully get like some more trending days and less chop.
Agreed. So someone's just saying in the chat, Brittany, you're not concerned. Yeah, you already made money this week. I would just use this as a recap session, especially late on a Friday. There's no point, doing anything dumb and giving back, even if it's $100. You want to be in your best trades. Look at the best stock to own, bro. Apple. This thing is just, even on a day like today, it holds up.
Yeah, that's true. I sold my Apple.
Oh yeah,
put it in some other things. So I was like, shit, but it's all.
Yeah. 100%. So we're going to go for another 10 minutes or so here. We don't need to be on for too long. Thomas, you're going to start joining us more on stream, right?
Yeah, this is the perfect time for me because I'm kind of like done with my intraday trading. It was like whenever I'm on for the New York session, it's a little bit harder for me to keep my head about me because like I want to be focusing number one on making good trades when I'm at the desk. That's like the number one most important thing. And the kill zone is when I'm like a little bit more like in tune with the market, like able to maybe work on some evals or something more like in the afternoon.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, as I said, like I just don't think there's point late on a Friday. I think the main thing that my main work on for this week has been to trade more aggressively or trade less when you don't have a clear conviction, and trade more aggressively when you have high conviction. Like I had high conviction in today's short. I really did. And I thought I executed really well. And because I executed well, I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, if I can just stop all that, like how many times you sit in the trade, you're like, dude, I actually shouldn't be in this thing. And it's like, yes, I might have looked good when I took it. Now it's chopping around and now I'm sitting in it like an idiot. It's like goes back to that. Let me get that thing up, what Pax always says. Let me get it up here.
Yeah, because that's a really good point, especially on a Friday of like,
yeah.
I always want to end my week on a positive. I don't want to be ending my week on a big tilt.
Yeah, because then you bring it into next week because you're like, oh man, I should have made that $500 that I gave away and everything like that. Let's go to. I'm just trying to find it. I got all it saved on my PC. Is it this trade? Is it this one here? No, not that one. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, there we go.
The less I trade,
the happier I am. And then he has a longer one that I've got saved somewhere, but I don't feel like finding through all the files. He basically says, I don't need to catch every single trade and trade every level. I need to trade my moves and be done. Like the less I trade, the happier I will be. And it's like goes back to that what I said about that month where I had like that was like my first big month with prop firms. That was maybe like 4 years ago, maybe now. And I traded 6 times that month, 6 days out of the month, but I made 20K with prop firms. It just shows you when you got big capital, like I'm trying to go with the FTMO with the max funding, you can have maybe 6 days that you make 2% each, and you're up 10% on the month, but that's 40 grand on 400K, and then you're taking 80% of that, So
anybody who's been in the game for long enough knows it's about like your ratio of losing to winning trades and then making sure you just don't blow up on those losers. Like if you just don't blow up, you'll stay in the game. I remember when I first met you in Austin and everything, he kept talking about just be hard to kill. And
Yeah.
I started listening to Trading in the Zone again because I just like going through these audiobooks and stuff like Best Loser Wins, The Mental Game of Trading, Trading in the Zone. And they said at the very beginning of the book, they said 90% of futures accounts get blown within the first 1 year of opening. So like as if you just beat that statistic, you have such a better likelihood of making money long term. Because it's never about the week to week. Fast money made leaves fast too. I don't know the exact quote, but
it's fun to make money, but it's actually better it's how you keep it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why when I took all these payouts last month, I didn't go blow them on anything. I reinvested a portion back into my business and then I put the rest in a long-term asset.
No,
Like I bought VO.
I heard you bought a 5K Rolex.
Why even buy a 5K Rolex, dude? I got this watch from like a store in Japan.
I don't even wear a watch. I can't wear a watch in South Africa. I'll make me a target.
Yeah. Yeah, balling too much. Yeah, I'm not big on just buying fun like material things. I prefer to. I just bought a big company. You know, that's how I think about it.
The only thing I've really bought myself is my car. That's like the only thing I've really bought. And you can guess you can say my house, but I'm saying that's not like
but we all need a house. You know, that's
not a fun thing though. That's a house you have to live in.
Yeah.
But perfect. If there's any other questions in the chat, we can actually close up here. We're not going to. I think it's been a good chat so far, Thomas. Normally Fridays we do end up like 20 minutes early anyway.
Everybody get your weekend started. It's chilling now.
Exactly.
What do you tell yourself, James, at the end of the week? Like how do you wrap up your week with yourself?
I normally chill on Friday, and I normally chill on Friday, and then Saturday, like evenings, I normally go over my data, and then I make a plan for the next week. I like to just chill for like a good 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as I remember, I also love to play golf and chill with the family, you know?
Yeah. Tanner one time, the Strong Trader, made a post about like, oh, it's Friday, time to do like a whole reset. Like he called it like a nervous system reset where you just chill, release everything that happened this week. Cause we're all a little pent up. Like I still feel a little bit of energy about today. And so after this, I'm just going to go chill.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Enjoy the profits from the week.
Yeah. Take it easy. We'll see you guys all. Then we can end it here, Thomas. We'll see you guys all on Monday for Killzone. Thomas, are you coming on Monday?
If we're having Killzone, I'll be there.
Yeah. Perfect. So we'll see you guys all Monday. Perfect, guys. Have a good one. Thomas, we'll see you then.
Cheers. Thanks, JB.
Cheers,